Hello all you beautiful people, and welcome back to the channel. This is just a quick overview of the beautiful gold S22 Pro Anniversary Edition. Just a quick walk around. I was very concerned for a while that it was going to come with the black pads, which granted probably would have matched a little bit better than the brown, but I think the brown definitely gives it kind of more of a classic and limited look than the standard black pads, so quite happy with it. If I make any parts for it, they're definitely going to be like to replace these black, but I just started riding it, so I haven't made it past Kingsong's ridiculous speed limiting, which is a little frustrating. But let's get into this. So I'm sure you could tell in the camera view here that the rim there, I don't know if it's painted or powder coated, but it's almost a very glittery gold. It's very yellow. And you can kind of see some darker spots where it looks like clear coat kind of came down, bunched up, and hardened. It's all along it. It could just be the design, not really sure. But this is definitely a different color than the rest of it. As far as the rest of it goes, unlike the red S22s, it all does match. So the uppercase here matches the kill handle, as well as the shock linkage, the gold around the pads, the boomerang, and the front handle there. My favorite part of this is they actually took the effort to do the heat sink inside the headlights gold. I think that is the coolest little touch, and what really kind of sets Kingsong apart from, you can really see it there, from some of the other manufacturers out there, is when it comes to details, they will put in the effort for everything. A thing I do want to note is while I was at eevee's, we took a couple out of the box because I wanted to make sure, you know, I got the one I wanted. Needless to say, the first one that we opened, actually the top handle up here, was kind of marred up, so I was a little concerned about that, so we opened up another one. And funny thing with the second one was the upper pads here. The battery casings do come with Velcro all the way up and down the entire thing, and the pads all come with Velcro, so you could stick them kind of however you like. However, one of the upper pads did not have Velcro on it. It was the funniest thing, and they, I believe, are actually painted gold as far as this plastic piece, because on the back of the one that didn't have Velcro, you could see it kind of like taper in towards the middle, and you could see it taper from the gold to the red and then black, which was kind of funny. But as far as some of the other parts go, like the handle, when I saw the damage to the handle, it definitely looked like this was vinyl wrapped, the way the damage was to the handle. But just as a heads up for anybody that's going to get one of these, it is very, very easily scratched. I mean, I wanted to take the box home with me, but I didn't want to get stopped at border and have to deal with customs, so I just let eevee's take it. But I wanted to keep it protected so it wasn't rolling around in the car and potentially rubbing on the linkage or anything else. And I had it upright and propped with a couple of things, and it kept falling over, and it didn't take any damage from rubbing for the, I don't know, borders that way. Probably 40 miles or so I drove, so I kept seeing it fall over, and I was like, man, I'm gonna get there, go to shoot the video, and something is gonna be scratched to heck, and it wasn't. So I do know just from pulling them out of the box that, you know, there's damage to some of them, so it's got to be fairly easy to scratch. As far as the sliders go, they feel about the same. I can't see them in there. I don't have any tools with me to drop the linkage down, or raise it up, I should say, to get to the highest point, where at that higher point the bottom roller usually protrudes out a little bit. So I had the My E-wheel sliders on my S22, not Pro, and they did very well compared to the stock little pads, and this one feels about the same. We'll see longevity wise, but As you guys know, I am not the hardest of core riders, so it's not like I'll put it to too much abuse, but it is a beautiful, beautiful wheel. I mean, it definitely catches your eye. It's not everybody's cup of tea. However, I think it looks amazing. I am kind of disappointed this doesn't match, but to go in the effort, you know, to make it gold and try to make it match is cool. I probably would have preferred it just being black or something. And then this is the only other thing I noticed. It's like an adhesive. I'm not sure if you guys could see that on the camera, but it splooshed here and then it went down the pad in 2 spots. And every S22 Gold that I opened up had that same exact looking dried adhesive in the same exact spot. So it was very, very strange. The pads themselves are brown all the way through. So one of my concerns right off the bat was, okay, how much you ride this thing, laying it on its side, etc. If that brown is going to wear off and then be black underneath and look ridiculous. It should not. The pads should be completely brown all the way through. They must have added a different dye or something to the foam in the making to get it brown, but it is in fact brown all the way through. But this is just a quick overview of the wheel. I haven't had any issues. You know, eevee's does all their QC testing on it, so they, you know, put it through the ringer, and it's riding fine, connecting fine, all the lights and everything work fine, the buttons work fine. I left my charge port open. I always charge my wheels to full every time before I ride them, and it didn't have any issues charging. When I got my first 2 S22s out of the box, they were the same exact wheel from the same vendor at the same time, the same firmware, and one of them, when it turned on, went in extreme tilt back and had a weird error, and it had to be updated to fix it. The other one did not. This wheel didn't experience any of that. Another quick note is the little shark fins that go on the back here. They are not gold, they are black. I never use the things, I don't plan to put them on, but they aren't gold, just if you guys have that question. The pedals are black. The 16X anniversary edition actually has gold pedals. And unfortunately, they are not the same mounting style, because I would have probably bought the 16X just to take the pedals and put it on this one. But you can't. That is, I mean, everything. If you guys have any questions or anything, as always, drop a comment below. You know, ask me anything, I'm happy to answer it. I probably will not be doing free rides, you know, tests and everything on this wheel. However, all of the other wheels I will be. So again, to list them out, I have the Hero, the M10-4, the S19 coming, the Commander Pro Mini on its way, and the A2. I should be getting the A2 the soonest. And as far as a secret wheel I picked up at eevee's yesterday, I will have a video of that coming very soon, and I can tell you it is not the Baton, unfortunately. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. For those who do like the wheel, here is a better overview and longer footage to get more clarity of what it looks like. And for those that don't like the color scheme, us that do don't really care, so mind your business. Just kidding, to each their own. But in all reality, I mean, to ride this thing around, it is a pretty cool looking wheel compared to most. So, hope you guys enjoy the scenery. I'm out here in Blaine area. I've never ridden out here before, so I figured I'd come make a stop, make this video. And I hope you all have a beautiful day.